All right. So I'm going to start with the Unsolved Mysteries poems and move from there. Um, yeah, I don't know who's seen it and who hasn't, but Robert Stack is the host. Besides that, I think you'll get it otherwise. Unsolved Mysteries composite sketch. A facial composite of a criminal is not a picture of a person. It is a picture of a crime. An eyewitness commissions a portrait of a person she only met once. She picks from a stack of eyes like she's shopping, but the eyes are not the ones that committed this crime. The sketch artist thinks his drawing is a map to the criminal's home, a warrant, a key that fits the criminal's front door, and also fits a filing cabinet with the evidence. It is also a map to the victim's bodies. A jaw, a nose, a mouth, and eyes does not equal a face. Detectives can only provide a composite sketch, but trust Robert Stack's narration will fill in the drawing's missing details. The sketch looks exactly like him. The sketch doesn't look like him at all. Unsolved Mysteries, Hidden Treasure. I was going to skip this, but how could I when Robert Stack smiles in a certain financial way as he announces the treasure's modern value? He has enough money, but I think he might not have enough treasure. I don't believe in precious metals that don't bury themselves. When was the last time someone found gold that wasn't dust? Gold pretends to be human when it writes a map away from itself in an antique diary. It doesn't want someone's hands all over it again. It just finally finished wiping off fingerprints from the last time someone handled it. Gold knows it is only safe if it disappears. Widower husbands. When they go on the show, they know what to say. Even before the show, they know how to say they didn't do it. Nobody needs to say what it is. Every it is the same it, and every she is the same she. Why won't the camera record their hands during the interview? Why didn't someone put the wedding photo in their hands and record their expression? The wedding photo is not interviewed, but it knew as soon as the camera shutter opened what was going to happen 10 years later. Viewers get our own set of clues. We can tell by the room where they interview, by the shirts they wear. We know if they say a rough patch, rocky, struggling, not getting along, having problems. If they admit one thing, they admit everything. My cat is meowing, of course. I'll get her, and here she is. I made sure to feed her before this started, but you know cats. Unsolved Mysteries is not a TV show. It is a series of universal good deeds performed via telephone and television. It is the best way to be on the show without going to prison after. What does it mean if Robert Stack doesn't know something? I don't know how this is possible. Every time I dial my rotary phone, it feels like I'm touching a person's open eye. I have never dialed my phone to help someone. We only remember seeing a specific person when Robert Stack reminds us. Everyone is a stranger until he tells us who they are. Unsolved Mysteries. Robert Stack is a series of tubes. He is the root of a connective data structure, meets with us weekly so he can tell us what we need to know all at once. Asking Robert Stack to look for a something or a someone on Unsolved Mysteries is like looking for the someone on the internet. His voice box / larynx is a sponge that soaks up heights and weights / scars / timelines of events / videos of fires / orphans / amorphic music slash fugue state slash abandoned cars slash cold night slash police blotter slash drops of blood slash nightmares. And on camera, he wrings out that sponge. The wind blew open his trench coat, and I saw inside was not a body, but pipes and copper wires. He looks like an empty subway tunnel, not abandoned, but undiscovered. A secret packed away, sealed, waiting. Even Robert Stack dies. The internet told us all together, just like Robert Stack would have. Death happens to everyone, but how could his heart fail when Robert Stack has never failed a thing in his life? How can there be a death without also an investigation? How are we sure tears are sincere until the results come back from the lab? We don't know what happened in a mortuary without the light that bends through a camera lens. Moths have been masticating all of Robert Stack's wool sweaters again. So many minuscule holes. I don't think he actually died. I look at my television screen and he's still there. And the next ones are going to be about a series of persona poems. This one is, it's called I Am Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake's Matching Denim Outfits. If you don't know what this picture is, you're gonna wanna look at this picture. It's a fantastic picture of them in those outfits. Okay. I am Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake's matching denim outfits. Someone said the red carpet was lava and didn't tell them. Denim hem, edges, fraying. Did everyone laugh because the outfits matched or because they were denim? I calculated an algorithm of magnitude with matching and denim variables. I sued journalists who used the word patchwork, sent cease and desist letters to the ones who said denim date. All denim must begin as jeans and then get pulled apart, obvious where the industrial sewing machine needle punched through layers, where the thread was picked out. They followed the denim rule of mixing washes, but Justin's base shirt was only denim colored. Everyone winced. Couples outfits make couples break up, and remember the outfits were also denim and break up again. A diamond choker is a bracelet for a neck, and a wrist is another neck to wear a bracelet. A denim hat is like pants for your head. Ignore the fashion reporter who asks, what happens if she unbuttons a silver button on the hat band? The inside of the gown is another denim gown. The underside of the choker, the bracelet, the belt is white gold engineered with holes to amplify light through diamonds. The back of every photo taken of us is empty. The next poem is called I Am That Group of Pictures of Spider Webs Made by Spiders on Different Drugs. Scientists call everything an experiment, even when it is actually a meme, even when it is actually a spiderweb beauty contest. Scientists don't realize even when they talk about drugs, they are still nerds. Who hasn't been an accident, an experiment, a copy of an experiment, another copy of an experiment? Everyone always tells me I am so right. I am proof there is part of us all that can be normal. But I forgot to tell you, spider moms die before the babies are born, so nobody teaches spiders how to make their own webs. I forgot to tell you, a spider doesn't bother to go back and fix their mistakes. A fact becomes a fun fact when everyone attempts to tell it to everyone else, but everyone already knows it. One time, a person tried to tell this group of photos about this group of photos. I usually display high contrast black background with white webs, but when I'm angry, I switch to beige background with black webs. My psychiatrist told me I need to find a new doctor because he is not allowed to prescribe drugs farther than the fence in his backyard. Look at this one photo and it looks like I am doing better. Look at other photos and it looks like I am doing worse. I am doing both. I am not pictures of spiders or drugs, but I'm constantly asked about spiders and drugs. I have never been asked if messed up webs still catch bugs. This one is, I can tell you what it was like before the internet. The internet was arguing about how a dog could wear pants, and I think the ones who suggested they would wear pants on all four legs were just kidding, but they were not kidding about loving to argue on the internet. The internet amplifies an argument until a dog can wear pants on all four legs, until I can do no work for an entire day because it is impossible to laugh at the internet and bill vision insurance simultaneously. The internet has the best sense of humor and is so handsome. I know the internet would have been my first boyfriend if I had met him before I met my first human boyfriend. The internet is so persuasive, I am almost convinced a dog would wear pants on all four legs, because it would give me a reason to imagine a dog purchasing pants. My first serious relationship was with a person who I met in person, but I kept trying to interact with him on the internet instead. In the beginning, 1994, I could visit the entirety of poetry on the internet. Now, I can't follow all the blogs dedicated to the way a dog might wear pants. My IRL boyfriend, who I kept trying to make my internet boyfriend, guessed my email password, and I found printouts of my emails in his bedroom. I only saw the email on top of the pile telling my sister how happy I was to be dating him. I didn't look at the rest because I didn't want to invade his privacy while he invaded my privacy. Years after we broke up, he wanted me to contact him, so he wrote a long essay about me, which included my first and last name because he suspected I was the type to Google myself. He was right. I didn't reply, so he sent me an email with the same essay attached. It was 10 single-spaced pages in Microsoft Word. I didn't have the internet at home until I moved out of my parents' house and could make decisions about utilities. Since then, I have never lived without the internet. I can tell you what it was like before the internet. You wouldn't like it. An in-person argument about a dog wearing pants would be over in minutes. This one's called Office Culture. It is about my current job. Everyone treats middle fingers like objects, like salutes, like hellos, like inside jokes. They pull middle fingers out of lunch bags and hoodie pockets, like an Outlook calendar meeting room reservation, like a PowerPoint with only 2 slides. They are cigarettes about to be smoked. They are ASCII art email signatures. Middle fingers are the best fingers to push up sliding glasses. I am programming a to-do list at work as part of my training, and I can't figure out where the middle finger goes. They will show me if I can't figure it out myself. My hand won't stop cramping because I'm new. I got a needs improvement score in every technical category at work, but I am still getting my yearly middle finger bonus because I am trying. When the managers from corporate are in the office, our middle fingers have to be more formal. Middle fingers are the longest, and I am learning the reason. This one is the route home is shaped like a sound wave. That little radio tower I swallowed in 1998 finally grew up and started broadcasting. I was sure its first word would be precipitation, a newscast, but it's a music station. Singing in the car is someone better at singing than me singing in the car. I know structured air is invisible, but so are ghosts, and we can see them too. The cilia in your ear canal lean away. Sound leaks to other sections of my head, rotates my voice box like a turnstile on the way out of my mouth. Why can't human biological systems be composed of more melodic materials like crystal? I think this when my voice smears lipstick on a goblet. Coins love the noise of clinking together as much as we do. This one is, my husband draws all hands like they're crone's hands. The more he worries about money, the more our loft ceiling lifts off our house and the bricks have to stack themselves higher and higher to compensate. Our voices echo. It gets harder to light our rooms and we can't see all the way up to the ceiling anymore. I could also say a shaved werewolf hand is a crone's hand, or an unstitched Frankenstein hand is a crone's hand, or an unwrapped mummy hand is a crow's hand. Every finger points like shards of glass. I wake up my cats from their naps to tell them opposable thumbs are overrated. They just go back to sleep. Today's monsters are in the ocean, which is green this time instead of blue. And their scaly prone hands are green, and the scales are stacked and layered, but he didn't draw the scales like dollar bills. The more he worries about money, the longer the fingers, the more they stretch, reaching, the more I can tell they're about to grab. I was working on a manuscript about nail art, and I got only a few poems in before before I got treated for OCD, and then suddenly I wasn't obsessed with nail art anymore, so I couldn't continue the series, unfortunately. It's called The Manicures. This one is Stilettos. I went into training for this. It's called monster training. It's called how to type with claws, how to get your husband to accept you are becoming a werewolf. Each of my stiletto nails writes advice articles for women's magazines, but all the pitches got rejected for not matching the tone of human magazines, and also for being too feminist. They couldn't be paid because fingernails can't open bank accounts. I'll give you a preview of some of the magazine article titles. Yes, you can do everything with claws. Yes, you can do that with stilettos. You can do everything better with talons. Do not listen to your viola teacher. You can still play with nails. Do not listen to your winter gloves. We will rip right through them. A monster hand never gets cold because we are magnets. We turn one way to attract and then turn the other way and repel. They told me I could take my contacts out, and I could. I thought I felt trapped in my nails. I tried to make them disappear with acetone as if they were slugs, and I could just pour salt, but it only made them angry. I clipped them blunt, but they made me pay to put them back on and even made me buy them nail art. They said, "Don't blame us. You already had just as many typos." They said, "We don't belong to you. We belong to your hand." Thank you.